Hey everybody, it's Justin ShackIl getting a preview of the St. Jude Classic this weekend with John Swantek of PGAtour.com. John, this weekend, the final tune-up before the U.S. Open over at Oakmont. What are you keeping an eye on here at TPC Southwind?
Well, it's become a very good test the week before the U.S. Open. This course used to be a little bit of a pushover back in the day, and tournament officials decided, you know what, we're going to make this a little tougher. We're going to entice the players to come, and they've been challenged over the last few years. This was the 9th hardest course on the PGA Tour last season. It's not the ideal spot to be on the schedule, but if you sort of embrace it, like the folks in Memphis have done, you get a deep field, and they have through the years. Is it going to mirror the U.S. Open? Of course not, but it's going to present a pretty stern test, I think, for the guys moving on to Oakmont the week after.
All right, you have one word to describe this season for Phil Mickelson. He has 4 top 5 finishes, but he's missed 3 of his last 5 cuts. How do you assess, after this one word, how do you assess his week heading up into the U.S. Open?
Encouraging. I think he blasted out of the blocks this year. He looked very reinvigorated to start the season. And yeah, to your point, he's kind of cooled off. But I like what I saw out in Columbus, Ohio at the Memorial Tournament last week, a 20th place finish. And I think Phil's game is rounding into form as we head toward the U.S. Open, where, of course, as we all know, he's finished as the runner-up a record 6 times through the years. But players coming to Memphis the week before the Open. Phil likes to play in front of major championships. And at Memphis, he's been 2nd and 3rd over the last 3 years. So certainly one to watch this week.
So could he possibly sneak into your pick for this weekend?
He's on the radar, certainly. Mickelson, I took a look at Ryan Palmer as well. He had a good week at Colonial 2 weeks ago, finishing 3rd. But the guy who finished 2nd at Colonial was Harris English. And were it not for Jordan Spieth just going nuts over the final 6 holes on Sunday, English may, in fact, have had his 3rd PGA Tour victory. I like the way he's playing, and he comes back to TPC Southwind, where he won the tournament back in 2013, Justin. So converging trends this week for Harris English, and a lot of good vibes upon his return to Memphis.
John Swantek at PGAtour.com. You can check John and the rest of the crew on PGA Tour Live and their coverage starting on Thursday at 8 Eastern. John, thanks for the time.
Thanks, Justin.